Hello and welcome once again. This is Jasur from 𝐠 Firm and Shanghai Silk Road. If you are new in this channel, we are a corporate consultancy company with two locations, one in Shanghai, China, another one is in Wyoming, United States. These are our company websites. You can go ahead and check our services, and if you have any questions, you can contact us. These are the contact details: email and phone number. This phone number is linked to Telegram, WhatsApp and WeChat. Feel free to contact us. Now, in this presentation, I would like to talk about WFOE, that stands for Wholly Foreign Owned Enterprise in China, maintenance. Once you register your company in China, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind in order to comply with the local policies. So today we will talk about those requirements. Now, there are two types of requirements. Number one is monthly requirements, and the second one is annual requirements. Monthly requirements are divided into three, basically, starting with the bookkeeping. Bookkeeping, just like in any other country, in China, foreign-owned companies and local-owned companies need to maintain accurate and up-to-date financial records, including income statements, balance sheets, and cash flow statements. You can use any software that you like. You can even use Excel. Many companies still use Excel, and these records must be prepared according to the Chinese accounting standards, obviously. You can talk to our accountant once we register your company. What we do basically, once we finish company registration, we are going to make a group on WeChat usually, and in that group we're going to include the clients and the accountant. So you can directly talk to our accountant and get all the necessary advices and recommendations in terms of these Chinese accounting standards, how to maintain bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is necessary to give clarifications when asked, for example. Okay, of course our accountant is going to keep their bookkeeping for the company as well, based on the bank statements you send to them, financial records you send to them. But for yourself, for your own sake, to be on the safe side, as company owner and director, you need to make sure that you keep your bookkeeping as well. Okay, and number two is tax filing. As we discussed many times before, in China, monthly tax filing is required. So WFOEs must file taxes within the local tax bureau every month, including corporate income tax, value-added tax, and any other applicable taxes that can be again consulted with our accountant once we finish your company formation. This involves submitting the relevant tax forms and reporting documents to the local tax bureau, and social insurance and housing fund contributions. Now, social insurance and housing fund contributions usually in Shanghai, it's optional for foreign employees. Okay, now why do I say usually? Because it's kind of a gray area, because the government gave 5-year period to review this policy, but up until now we haven't heard any updates from them. So in many other cities you might find the situation slightly different. If your company, for example, has some foreign employees, in some cities in China it's mandatory to participate in social insurance and housing fund contributions. That means on top of the salaries you're paying to your foreign employees and obviously local employees, you will have to pay for their social insurance and housing fund contributions. And that is approximately 2,000 yuan every month. Now, in the case of local employees, it's absolutely mandatory in every part of China. That means if you employ any local Chinese citizen as your employee, then you need to automatically consider or budget their social insurance and housing fund contributions on top of their salary. Okay, but for foreigners, like I said, it might be optional in some cities, including Shanghai. In Shanghai, we still have this optional situation where you don't have to participate. If you do, obviously, it's going to benefit yourself in the future. Well, when you leave China, for example, you can claim these payments back. Now, let's go and talk about annual requirements. Annual tax clearance. So this is also mandatory. In addition to monthly tax filings, WFOEs must complete an annual tax clearance with the local tax bureau, usually within the first quarter of the following year. Now, this one is obviously, actually all these monthly and annual requirements obviously are going to be done by the accountant that we provide to all our clients. So if you basically take the full package, including the accountant, then our accountant is going to take care of it. So this presentation is basically to inform you what's expected, what's going to be done. Okay, so you don't have to really worry about hiring an accountant and doing all this yourself. In fact, as we mentioned in different videos before, foreign-owned companies cannot hire individual accountants in China. That is not going to be allowed, because in order to hire an accountant, full-time accountant in your company will have to have a financial license. So therefore, it's always it's the one option that you can go with is you can either sign a contract with an accounting company and outsource your accounting filing to them, or you can just go with our accounting option that we provide. Okay, so let's talk about annual inspection and report, the next one. Now, WFOEs must submit an annual report to the Administration for Market Regulation. Okay, just like it's noted here, Administration for Market Regulation, detailing their business operations, financial performance, and compliance with relevant laws and regulations. The report is subject to an annual inspection by the AMR. Okay, so of course, like I mentioned, this annual and monthly reporting requirements are going to be done by the accountant. Of course, our accountant is going to tell you well in advance that these things are happening, and if anything is required from your side, then you will have to just submit those documents to the accountant. Okay, you don't have to really contact these bureaus or the departments. And number 3, that is foreign exchange reporting. As we talked again in many videos before, foreign currency is under control in China. So therefore, if the WFOEs has any foreign exchange transactions, it may be required to submit an annual foreign exchange report to the State Administration of Foreign Exchange. In short, it's called SAFE, or its local branches. Okay, again, this one will be done by the accountant. And so, like we mentioned, it's absolutely crucial for WFOEs to comply with all the ongoing maintenance requirements and regulations to avoid penalties, fines, or even the revocation of their business licenses in some cases. Due to the complexity of Chinese regulations, it's advisable to consult with a local legal expert or consultants just like us to ensure compliance and stay up to date with any changes in the regulatory landscape. So once again, thank you for watching. If you have any questions related to starting a business in China, or if you have a company in China and you want to, or you are facing some difficulties with maintenance, you are welcome to contact us. We will be glad to hear from you, and we will try to help you out. Thanks once again. It's been 𝐤𝐤 from Shanghai Silk Road Engineering Firm. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.